Silence is consent. Sir, can you tell us about your sign and why you're here today?
I'm here to make a stand for those that are not out here to make a stand, for our freedom, for our rights, to talk about people that actually are losing their jobs, losing their way of life. They can't support their families, their kids. You see, I have all the money I need, and I make all the money but I'm here because it's not about me. It's about our country. It's about what we stand for, the freedom that we're being taken away from us. All of what we believe every day when we wake up as a country, as a people, for us to just be quiet and say nothing. Well, let me tell you something. If we keep being quiet and saying nothing, something will happen, and then we're going to say, oh, we should have said something. Why didn't we say something? Well, it'll be too late. So we have to stand and make this stand. And we have to talk about what it is to be free. It's not about hiding and, yeah, I understand there's a virus and people are getting sick, but you know what? There's 98% of people out here are making this country what it is. Why stick them in a room and say you can't go out and you can't make a life for all those people? My grandparents, you know what they say? Fight, fight. I fought for you in the war. I say get out there and fight. You know what? Who's talking to the old people? No one, because they're shutting them up and they're saying they're all dying. Forget it. These are the people that are telling us to get out here to fight for what they built for this country. And that's what we do. We stand for the rights of everyone here that believe today, not just us, but those that don't have a voice or a voice for them. So I don't know if that's enough, but...
Doug Ford called this group of people yahoos last week. Do you think that was out of line? Do you think it's just his own opinion? How do you feel about him characterizing all the protesters like that?
Well, when he said that, I must have misread it because I thought he said go to Yahoo and search up freedom. So I thought it was a search engine thing. I didn't understand. So I went to Yahoo and I looked up freedom and I said, go to Queen's Park, make a stand, fight for the people, fight for what we stand for each and every day. This is tyranny. This is like, wow, guys, read your history books. It's happening. It's going to come. If we don't do something, we're going to be paying the price. So let's do something. Let's stand for it. We're no yahoos, man. We're here for a purpose, and the purpose is freedom, and that's it.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
I was looking for a Yahoo. I knew somebody was going to come with a Yahoo perfect logo. Bring back AOL as well, maybe. Oh, protect the vulnerable, free the healthy. Okay, the province announced that they're going to start easing some restrictions, allowing some places to operate. Do you think the lockdown or the opening has come too soon, too late? Do you agree with the lockdown at all? Tell me about why you're here.
It's come too late. Okay, that's pretty obvious because there's some countries who never locked down, like Sweden, right? Their death rate is only a little bit higher, and that's because they didn't try to, lower the curve. They just let it ride through. And yes, their death rates is a little bit higher, but not much. And they're not going to have a problem in the future, right? Because they wrote it out, like practically, scientifically, right? They had voluntary lockdown if you want to, right? Like we should have done. Like, okay, if you're elderly, if you have comorbidities, you stay fucking home, right? If all the children who aren't affected, there's no reason why schools are closed. That's insane. That's crazy. And that happened before, people were shut out of their jobs, right? So a lot of parents, single parents, had to quit their jobs anyway to babysit their kids when the schools locked down before they were kicked out of their jobs, right? All this is insane, and politicians like Ford are making political decisions not based on science at all, but based on hype. And we all know that Trudeau is a puppet. He's been lobbied by Gavi, the Global Alliance for Vaccination and Immunizations, started by Bill Gates, of course, and they're buddy-buddy. Trudeau was just tweeting yesterday how he talked to Gates yesterday, his buddy-buddy. He just wants a job with the UN after this. He's going to be out next election for sure.
Okay, we see the cops over there. Make sure the street's clear. We've seen across the country people have been getting fined for not adhering to social distances, for coming to parks such as this one. Why do you think they're not handing out any fines today if everybody's breaking these new laws?
Well, to be honest, I think the cops are being pretty chill and cool about this. I talked to someone, I wasn't here last week, but I wish I was, but I talked to someone, they had less people last week, but there was no fines given out either. I think, I don't know, I guess their approach to this is really to stay in the background and not make a bigger deal of this than it is. I think they're really being really cool.
Premier Ford called the last group of people here last week yahoos. Do you think he was out of line to criticize people for standing up for their right, or is he correct in saying that people should be avoiding close contact?
Okay, so first of all, in close contact, there's no science behind that, okay? I think The real science says about 19 feet, but that's so impractical. They decided on 6 feet, right? And then the mask thing is just ridiculous as well, right? It's like the analogy of like driving your bicycle through an airport hangar. Yeah, the COVID-19 virus just flows right through any mask. It's so stupid. But I think it's funny how Trump was encouraging, for example, the Michigan people. You have free Michigan, he said, right? He tweeted, but Ford takes the opposite approach. You know, he just wants to get, utilize his platform to boost his support. You know, he's just following Trudeau's, lead.
Okay, was there anything else you wanted to add?
You need to look into Bill Gates and how corrupt the WHO is. He also donates to the CDC. You know, his hands are all over this.
Perfect.